already know, man. It's Deion Dawkins, and you listening to the Real Deal Sports Show on the Beat 105.5.
Yes, you are. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Real Deal Sports Show with the Rad Man, talking sports of all sorts. And we got an awful lot to talk about. Every week, this when you think it's slowing down in the world of sports, something kicks in to kick it back up again. So check us out. Please like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook on Real Deal Sports Show. Hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you to new people subscribing to the show. Thank you so much for subscribing and taking time out of your busy schedule to subscribe and check out the Real Deal Sports Show. Definitely, week in and week out, we bring it to you. We talking about not what we heard, we talk about what we know here at the Real Deal Sports Show. And let's first get into this gambling situation with the NBA. Remember, I said it on the record 2-3 years ago when all these professional sports owners and organizations and sports leagues got in bed with the gambling, with all the gambling locations, all the FanDuels and all these gambling associations, and then it make it so bad you can't even watch the game anymore at your leisure because you're seeing all these commercials. Every other commercial used to be for Viagra and stuff like that. They don't push Viagra to the sideline, and now all you see is commercials for gambling. How you can get involved with gambling, how you can play gambling in sports. So it's bound to happen. Here it is, the NBA. They next up in line to have a scandal. Now it even involves the coach, Chauncey Billups, seems to be involved in this situation as well. They got him involved. Terry Rozier. This is and they claim it's the tip of the iceberg. So we got to see what's going on. It's so easy to be involved in it. If you take yourself out, Terry Rozier, I guess, took himself out of a game allegedly, and next thing you know, he allegedly they played the under the total points for that game, or the prop bet saying will Rozier score a certain amount of points in the first quarter or first half. J-GILLZ, I see you shaking your head. Didn't I tell you a couple years ago it was not a good idea for pro sports to get in bed with these gambling chains, and now that's all you see, J-GILLZ. Welcome back, as always, to Real Deal Sports Show. What's your comments on it?
Oh, man, always good to be back right here on the realest show, the realest sports show in town. Man, Rad, man, it's crazy. You kind of predicted it. You can almost call yourself a prophet at this point. You almost predicted it. I mean, we've seen things happen where players have gotten suspended before. We've seen owners like Stephen Ross for the Miami Dolphins get mingled in this sports thing. We've seen guys like Calvin Ridley have to get gone for full season suspended. And now we're seeing in the legal side of things with Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups and company, both of those guys getting arrested just 2 days ago. One got arrested all the way on the West Coast, one all the way on the East Coast. 30 other people got arrested in between. This is a big deal right now, Radman, when it comes to this gambling scandal. And we got two different controversies going on. You got the Chauncey Billups case, which is basically the poker. That's the poker gate, is what people are calling it. Him being able to lure celebrities and big name money guys. He's working with the mafia. You know what I mean? Getting people to these high stakes poker bets. And this technology is absurd. I mean, you got glasses. They got glasses right now that people can put in glasses and they can watch and see what cards you have. You know what I mean? The technology is absurd. You got Chauncey luring in people with the mafia. And on the other side, you got Terry Rozier with these prop bets. You know what I mean? Somebody made a highlight reel of him turning the ball over and all this. I mean, it's just getting out of hand. You can't control it. When you're giving the players an opportunity, it's over 100 players in the NBA, and you don't think people betting on them? You don't think that's psychologically in their inner mind thoughts that, you know what, I need 12 rebounds, and somebody can get it. It's in there, so you can't control it. But for it to come out like this, man, it's crazy. And let's not forget, even it's other names, other big names that's not being mentioned that big yet, but people like LeBron James have been, notified as leaking information on if he's going to play or not. So, I mean, this thing is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's a lot more to uncover. And we got a wild ride as the NBA season is just getting started.
Yeah, just getting started, J-GILLZ, just getting started with these arrests. And obviously, they've been watching these people for a while. You have it in baseball, you have it in football, you have it, and then think about the college sports with the young people, the people who get now maybe not getting that much money at all to play college sports. I mean, you're really messing with the integrity of the games now. And I just think they claiming, oh, it's over 200 million, some crazy number. They saying how many $200 million are being made by these sports leagues by getting into with these betting online companies. Even ESPN, they got their own bet line and stuff. So how can you be reporting on sports and you turn around telling people to gamble with you? I mean, come on, hold up, man. Wait a minute. I mean, and I remember now back in covering football for the NFL for over 28 years now, the National Football League, when you used to walk in the locker rooms to interview the players after the games, you used to see a big in bold letters up on the wall, and I saw it in Major League Baseball. The Toronto Blue Jays used to have it. When you come in the door, you see a sign there, and then when you leave it out, before you leave out of the locker room, it's right on. It used to be right on the door saying that gambling is not allowed. If you are involved in it, get out of it. If you do, you will be expelled from this sporting league. I mean, they had it. You couldn't miss the sign. The sign. The sign told you if you're involved with gambling or anything associated with gambling, you will be expelled. Basically, that's what the paraphrase it. You will be expelled not only from this team but from this league and organization. You will not be allowed to play. And I don't even see those signs up anymore, J-GILLZ. Have you seen anything they're saying about not gambling in the locker rooms that you've been in?
Nah, everything's been invited to gamble. Everything's been invited to gamble. And then you get a quick, and if you have a gambling problem, then just call this number. You know what I mean? How you going to invite somebody to gamble and then tell them if you got a gambling problem, then just reach out to them? Man, there's so much debt and high-written anxiety that's been caused through all this sports gambling, man. It's crazy. They didn't want to tell you, oh, if you got a gambling problem, call this number. Come on, man.
Right. It's like you let the horse out the barn, and then you trying to catch it down the road. You trying to come out and go to the barn, and the horse is already half a downtown already running around shopping and doing what they need to be doing. But it's got to be. It's got to. The commissioners. I see he finally spoke out. The NBA commissioner. He finally spoke out. Gave a vanilla answer. Hopefully. What they're going to do? Are they going to make example? What do you think should happen? Should they make example of these guys? And then how many guys are you going to make an example of? Because it's obvious it's getting to be widespread the way they're talking about it. Because we're seeing it across the board in all high school, college. We're seeing it in all sporting levels. What do you think needs to be done to somehow control this?
It's uncontrollable at this point. It's like that vine that keeps growing back in my garden. You know, every time I rip out the roots, it just keeps coming back stronger and stronger. It's going to be too much conspiracy laid around this sports gambling right now, especially when you're talking about this prop betting. You're going to have guys in the NBA. You're going to have regular fans upset at that missed rebound, thinking that they missed the rebound on purpose. Guys who might get winded and get taken out of the game when they only need one more bucket to get to that 20-point. You know what I mean? It's going to be too much controversy. It's unfortunate that this is where it is right now, but when you open Pandora's box, this is what happens. So there's no way to control it. Adam Silver has no possible way to control the narrative at this point. It cannot be tamed. The everyday fan is going to have some things to say. The fans in the stadiums who on FanDuel watching the games live are going to have things to say. It's uncontrollable. All you can do at this point is it is what it is. The NBA got their money deal. It's always been about the money. They got their rights deal. They got their sports gambling, and this is just what's going to come with that. The FBI, they're involved, and unfortunately, we might see more coaches, players, executives getting locked up. That's what's going to happen from this. Exactly. But I tell you one thing. I got this some of the most eyes. I thought that was kind of striking, right, man, because this is some of the most eyes I've seen on the NBA in a while. I know those ratings are going through the roof. As soon as after the Portland Trail Blazers, you know, upcoming team, they go ahead and get their first win of the season. And then Chauncey Billups gets arrested and he's in jail right now. I mean, you couldn't write a better script for this. I mean, the entertainment level is at an all-time high. People are watching the NBA, and I just thought it was striking the timing of all of this. But unfortunately, the narrative has been painted and it has been spun, and I don't think Adam Silver can get them out of this one.
No, and I forgot, because I don't follow the NBA as much as you guys do, cover the league. I forgot that NBC is back in again with the NBC. Man, I haven't seen the game on NBC, and I just happen to be flipping channels, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is Maria Taylor doing? Wait a minute, isn't the news on? Wait a minute, what Maria Taylor on here talking about it? Then she had a whole crew, they talking, and it was halftime of the late game. And I was like, wow, they done preempted the 11 o'clock news, and it was the second game of the doubleheader on regular TV, so you don't have the TNT and the networks that over there on the Turner Broadcasting Networks, and them obviously they don't have the games anymore. And then I looked the other night, I said, well, Barkley must be done. No, it's Charles Barkley over on the net. I said, damn, these guys have got a whole new set on another network. I said, wait a minute, wait a minute, they do college ball, now they done flipped the script and gone to a whole nother network to do their pregame and postgame commentaries. And I mean, it's like nothing changed, man, but the networks, man, and more money being involved.
More money being made.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting how NBC is going to have some of these games and how many games they're going to show during the week. And of course, obviously on Sunday is obviously a big day for NBA action. And I understand Prime. And then I turned on to watch a little bit of the football game. Here they go with the NBA crew in the same studio. I'm like, wait a minute, who are these people, man? Taylor Rook. Man, that girl fine, man. I ain't never, who the hell is Taylor Rook, by the way, man? Ooh, that girl, that honey, that girl fine, man. That's a baddie, hottie, whatever you want to call her, man. I was like, ooh, I had to see who was this, man. Next thing I know, she got the dude from the Wayflower commercial. He's sitting there, Blake Griffin. I see he's sitting all up on the couch, man. And then they got a couple other the dude used to be with the Miami Heat. I recognize him, man. They just grabbing folks, man, and putting them on these pregame and postgame shows. So I guess Amazon Prime they're gonna have some games too. Man.
Yeah, they streaming networks. They doing, they sports, live sports is taking over. They've been taking over. They using the model the NFL has started with the Netflix and the Amazon Prime and the Apple, all of that. So it's going crazy right now in the NBA. About time they caught up. It's about time. Next thing we know, they need to start getting their global presence back going, to start playing some games in Mexico and Brazil and Spain and Barcelona. And as much as these as the international play has entertained the NBA and integrated in the NBA, we need a game in Greece. You need a game in all these places that these high profile athletes that they live at, man. Give us a game in France, a regular season game in France and Spain and all these places. I think that'll be very important in the next level of growth in the NBA.
Oh, I think you're right. I think that, and that's probably coming. That's a good point, J-GILLZ. Just from what you see early in the season, who do you see right now starting out early? It look like Golden State Warriors look like they're trying to get back in step. Look like Steph Curry hasn't missed a beat at all. He looked like he just finished up last season, the year before that. Steph Curry seems to be already in the groove. What's your outlook so far for your Lakers and some of the other teams?
Oh man, well for one, definitely Golden State. When I look at that team, they have the experience. They're gelling together with a guy like Jimmy Buckets getting his first full season with Dre, with Steph. I love the size that they've been able to get. They got a lot bigger. They're not a huge team because they're still old, but that Quentin Post, I always liked Quentin Post. And then Al Horford. So I think that they got a lot more. I think they started the season off hot. I just worry because they are an older team. It's only the second game of the season, but we saw last year these guys, Jimmy and Steph, and they get hurt. So as long as they can withstand the rigors of the NBA season, I think that's definitely a team to watch for. What I saw from Victor Wembanyama should have everybody scared. Dropping 40 in the debut against the Mavs of all people, dropping that 40 on Cooper Flag, the rookie. on AD and company. I thought that, man, if he could keep that up, man, I'm definitely afraid of the Spurs. They got those other pieces. They got Castle. They got De'Aaron Fox. They played really well, led by their superstar Victor Wembanyama. So that's definitely one of the teams I'm looking at. But it's so early in the season, man. I'm just happy to see that these guys are back. They're playing. Unfortunately, LeBron James sat out. But then so hopefully he's going to be better. They're going to need every bit of LeBron if the Lakers want to be in it. And then, you got a lot of teams right now, though, right, man? You got a lot of teams. You got the defending champs, OKC. They took down Houston in an overtime thriller. That was a great game. Those two teams look like they're both title contenders. And then, on the East, you still got those teams like Indiana, it's wide open. Jason Tatum won't be back this season, so it's a lot to unpack. But basketball is back. Basketball is back. It's that time of the year. We got some baseball, we got some football, we got some basketball. Man, it's a great time of the year. Great time to be a sports fan.
Oh, absolutely. And this segment was brought to you by Challenger Community News, Western New York's largest weekly African-American newspaper. Pick it up at most businesses in the community. Buff, BUFF, S as in Sam.com, buffchalnews.com. Check out the website or pick it up in person at most businesses in the community. And Alnisa Barbara Banks, the owner and operator of Challenger Community News, continues to just put out great publication. Brother Simba. All the people around the world and around Western New York remember Brother Simba. Brother Simba would have turned up 92 years old yesterday. Excellent article that Alnisa Barbara Banks, the owner and operator of Challenger Community News, wrote about Baba Simba. We are peace and love. Peace and love is what Brother Simba always used to say. And check out the article on Brother Simba, as well as the Black History. I love the Black History section. Thomas J. Martin invented ways to extinguish fires in all sizes, fires of all sizes. On March 26, 1872, Thomas Martin was granted prison for the version of the fire extinguisher. J-GILLZ, this brother created something that now became that created the fire extinguisher. Thomas J. Martin, back on March 26, 1872. Read about our history. Read about our health sector. I mean, this is the fire extinguisher. People use that every day to put out fires and things. The brother started this, Thomas J. Martin. Learn about him. Learn about our history. Learn about everybody. Learn about the history of various ethnic groups, especially the African-American group. And check out Challenger Community News, the health and fitness section, how to stay healthy as we get into these dark days of the health matters. Mammogram month for the women. This is mammogram month, the month of October. Is that they wearing pink and everything. But check out 7 types of rest for sustainable success. 7 types of rest for sustainable success. That's also all in Challenger Community News, including the sports and entertainment section, all the action that you want to find that affects the African-American community. Pick it up each week or go online and read it on Challenger Community News, buffchalnews.com, J-GILLZ. Got to get it. It's that month. Mammograms, the whole 9 yards. You got to get it and get it going. And now we move into Buffalo Bills update. We get into the Buffalo Bills. Man, J-GILLZ, I knew the list was going to be long. Down there going in the locker room after the game and seeing the guys head to the bus. Man, it was a bloodbath in Atlanta, man. It looked like they got jumped. Like I said, the Atlanta Falcons were celebrating their 66th year of being in existence as a franchise. They were pumped up. They gave it their best shot. And I hope you listen to me, people, bettors. I was red hot last week on the winner's edge. We're going to get to that later on. I told you the 49ers would whoop up Atlanta because Atlanta gave all they had on Monday Night Football, J-GILLZ. They left it all on the field Monday night. Didn't have much left for the 49ers on the following Sunday. They didn't even look like the same team because that's what you get with a young football team. The Atlanta Falcons have a young team, and it's tough to play to give it all you got one week and then come back the next week. And I hope you listened up to me on that one and got your bet in and got your winnings on that game there with the 49ers over the Atlanta Falcons. But the Buffalo Bills with the injury list, Taylor Rapp is out this week. You got Joshua Palmer. He's out for a while. Matt Milano might come back. The Bills getting desperate there in the secondary. Jordan Poyer They hinted, the coach hinted that the head coach Sean McDermott after the game in Atlanta, he hinted that we'll probably see Jordan Poyer the next game. And guess what? Looks like we're gonna see Jordan Poyer tomorrow. What you want to see from Jordan Poyer tomorrow, J-GILLZ?
Absolutely nothing. That's just that's a test that can be a fireable offense. That can be a fireable offense. The fact that they trotting out Jordan Poyer on the field, injury ridden, lost. He ain't lose a step. He lost all the steps. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he even made it back on the Bills practice squad after a horrendous season in Miami last year. I mean, we talk about being a veteran leader. You know what I mean? Knowing that being a professional, being Bills Mafia, I'm all for it. He bleeds red and blue. But on the field, the product on the field, when you're going up against these guys, and you got we got this week, we got Carolina. Next week, you got Xavier Worthy and all of those guys, and you got Jordan Poyer out there. No, the Bills have to do better. I understand Tyler Rapp, he's on IR, he's going to miss the next couple. There's nobody else you can get. There's nobody you could have drafted. To me, that's a fireable offense because I don't see Jordan Poyer being any help on the field tomorrow. None.
Well, what about Tre'Davious White? Tre'Davious White is another guy that's lost his stuff that's out there as well. What about Trey White? But honestly, Trey White was supposed to come in and be like a nickel back. That was the original plan. Maxwell Harrison is out. The rookie draft pick hasn't played it down yet. But he's now on the window of the 3-week window of opportunity. He probably won't play until a couple more weeks from now, maybe the Kansas City game. But how do you get two guys that have lost their step on the field at the same time, J-GILLZ?
I don't know. I don't know how you can expect to stop anything. I don't know how you can expect to stop anything. You're not helping out your offense at all, trotting those two veterans out there on the field. I understand you injury ridden, but you have to do a better job at letting the young guys play, drafting better, and allowing the young team to develop. You cannot keep on holding on to this ain't the 2018 season, this ain't 2019, this ain't the 13-second game. These guys just don't have it what they used to. And then you got Rico Dowdle. Who's stopping that? Who's stopping Rico? Mm-hmm. I mean, he's been getting off the last couple of games. I think he's averaging about 150 yards in the last 2-3 games. He's going to be running all over the Bills defense. Ted McMillan. These guys are going to be having their way with the Buffalo Bills defense if you keep on putting these same veterans out there.
Yeah, and Shaq Thompson's played a lot of time. I was surprised to see the linebacker Shaq because of the injuries. Shaq Thompson, he's been playing well. He's a veteran, but he's coming off Achilles and a shoulder. He's done had so many surgeries. He's a 15-year veteran. He's out there on the field on a regular basis. The Bills got to get younger. And I don't know, they went and picked up Baylon Spector, and we know he just a hit away from another injury. They even gave him a settlement. Why would you give him an injury settlement back in the summer, and now you turn around and bring him back? I mean, come on. It seems like you could get some younger guys and teach them your system and be able to play. It's obvious Sean McDermott loves veteran guys. He loves the guys that knows his system. But he's got to get younger, and I think guys like Zion Loge and the other young guy, Fedarius Mathis, who played 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, those guys should have been playing against Atlanta. You shouldn't have run out another old guy, Jordan Phillips. What you running Jordan Phillips? Come on, man. The guy got almost 200,000 miles on him if he was an automobile, man. What you got Jordan Phillips out there for, man?
And if you're going to go that route, get the veteran, it's guys still available that you can go at least take a look at. Talk about Atlanta. What about a guy like Justin Simmons?
Yeah.
He hasn't signed anywhere. I mean, I understand you got half your safeties on injured reserve, but Jordan Poyer is not the answer.
No.
We saw this time and time again. Every season, it comes down to this.
Yeah, and that's poor coaching decision because it's obvious McDermott runs the show, and Brandon Beane has to do what McDermott tells him to do instead of the general manager telling the head coach, "Hey, man, you need a linebacker. Look here, I got this guy. Let's get this guy in here." But McDermott keep getting all these retreads, and he's paying the price. I mean, they really look bad. I mean, they're the worst run defense in the entire league of yards. They're giving up almost 200, 300 yards, 200 some yards a game. against the run. Hell, they gave up over 20 yards against the run in the first half against the Atlanta Falcons, man. The Atlanta Falcons, a young up-and-coming team. I mean, gosh, you just can't have your defense torched like that. Now you get Larry Ogunjobi back. We get the first look to see what he can do back from the performance-enhancing drug suspension. Michael Hoyt, I liked what I saw of him in the Chicago preseason game. I liked his energy. He got a motor on him. He definitely knows how to protect the edge, and he did well in that game even though, once again, it was a preseason game against the Chicago Bears. Michael Hoyt played very well in that preseason game, and let's see what these guys can do to energize the defense. As we down in the DMV, Morris Thompson is with us again. Morris, welcome back down there in the DC, Baltimore area, doing his thing. But Morris, it looked like the Bills might get trampled with the run game once again. Everybody's going to run the ball against the Bills. Everybody's going to come after them because that's the weak spot that the Buffalo Bills have. They have some guys out, but Zion Lodes, Fadarius Mathis, play these young guys. And you see what the old guys are doing. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing the old guys, getting pushed around. Daquan Jones got hurt in pregame warmup, just stretching. I mean, he's 32 years old. Nice dude. The dude did great. I mean, he's been with the Bills for about 4 or 5 years. He's overperformed for the Bills, but it's eventually you can't keep pushing an old vehicle to do the things that a newer vehicle can do. The man got hurt in warmups. J-GILLZ, we're talking warmups. We ain't talking hitting somebody. We're talking warmups. I looked and saw him get carted off in warm. I said, man, who's that on the cart? Pat Freeman was looking. He said, I can't tell who that is. And then when he finally made the announcement, we heard. I said, oh, that's who that was. Who was like J-GILLZ? What does that mean when your starters get carted off in pregame warmup?
And he shouldn't even. I mean, like you said, look what happened when you had the young guy starting over there, Deontay Hardy. What's the kid's name from Kentucky?
Yeah, Deontay Walker. Yes,
man, that's the type of talent that you need. You have to integrate some youth because these guys, they're not getting any younger.
No, Deontay Walker's been holding his own. You know, he's been getting beat, but he also been making plays. And that's what you expect with young guys, just like the Atlanta Falcons. You know, they got a lot of young guys out there playing. The Bills got to put more young guys in and blend these young guys into the unit and see what they can do. Jordan Hancock, you're going to have to play him somewhere. Is he going to play him on a corner? I would suggest putting him almost on he's a safety, but with your corners out, I would have him play the corner for the time being. And then because he's also a corner safety player and get him playing both of those positions. Is Derek Strong coming back? Let's see if hopefully he come back from the neck injury. We haven't Dorian Strong. From the neck injury, we got to see when he's coming back or if he's coming back. Jamarcus Ingram, are you going to play him for a while? You've been dabbling with him a little bit. It's just they got to make up their mind which guys they're going to play and which guys, because you see DeMar Hamlin is now on IR. Taylor Rapp is on IR. You're getting guys who we thought shouldn't even been on the team, let alone Taylor Rapp is slow. Cole Bishop is slow. They're just not able to play the safety position with the speed that's needed to make plays, make hits, make consistent tackles at those positions. So we got to see what they're going to do starting tomorrow. Who's going to be in the active list? I'm sure. Hopefully, Zion Lodes and Fadarius Mathis will be called up to play and keep them up. Keep them on the active roster because those young boys need to play. They need to get out there and make it happen for the Buffalo Bills on that defensive front. J-GILLZ, the Green Bay at Pittsburgh. So that I think that game means a lot to Aaron Rodgers. What do you think? Going up against the Green Bay Packers on Sunday?
I think at this stage, every game is gonna come down to it. I think every game is gonna come down to it. But yeah, when you talk about Green Bay, I mean, I think the better team, obviously, I'm going with the Green Bay squad. I mean, that team, they got just about everything. They only lost one game on the season. And then that tied with Dallas. Jordan Love hasn't been playing the best, but man, you talking about that Green Bay defense. I'm a little nervous for Aaron Rodgers. If you ask me, I wouldn't be too keen on trying to get my lick back, as the kids say, against Green Bay. Absolutely not. I'm worried about staying upright, man. Micah Parsons and company, they coming. They on the way. They on the way.
Exactly, they on the way. They coming, but the Green Bay offense has been kind of shaky as well. They haven't really performed. I mean, they lost in Cleveland. Every week they have difficulty on Jordan Love. He hasn't shown what he's shown the year before. He seems to be trying to get it together, but they doing enough to win. But they just not, because in Arizona, and that was another pick of mine last week. I told you everybody take Arizona in those 7 points. I said they're gonna be all over Green Bay, and Green Bay was barely lucky to get out of Arizona with that win last Sunday. And it really, came down to Micah Parsons with key sacks of Jacoby Brissett in that last series of the game. He's worth the money they're paying him.
Oh, yeah, but the one consistent that we saw from Green Bay is their running game. Josh Jacobs has been consistent. He's been consistently running the ball, dominating, and they have been able to oppose their running. So you have to give them credit. We know they're going to be able to do that, and it's just Jordan Love being able to, find his groove back and be consistent in the passing game. And once those two sides of the ball working together, then I think that they're in better shape.
Exactly. And we're gonna get more into it with that on that. We're gonna go to baseball in a moment, but we're gonna get back to our football coming up with the winner's edge in the whole 9 yards, because there's some excellent games being played tomorrow. But this segment was brought to you by the award-winning Miriam Rivera Insurance Agency, Auto, Home, Health, and Life Insurance, 1038 Lyle Avenue or 511 Bean Road, Suite B. Give her a call, 585-360-0094. Check her out. Also, J-GILLZ, you got the Advantage Federal Credit Union. Definitely Advantage. When you want to talk about your people over there, Advantage Federal Credit Union, J-GILLZ.
Of course, one of the best banks in the city, Advantage Federal Credit Union, auto loans, Visa cards, student checking accounts, and much more. All those students out there, start up that student checking account. I heard they matching what you're putting in. So check them out at AdvantageFCU.org.
That's right. Advantage, exactly. Check them out for sure. And definitely make sure you get those deals that credit union can do. Credit unions can do a lot of things different than a bank can do. So, check out those credit unions, because they definitely can help you out and make things happen in the community as well. Yes, indeed. No doubt about it. One last one before we move into that segment. Image Printers Marketing and Publishing Company has a new location, 37 Richmond Street. The entrance is in the rear of the building, parking right at the door. You don't have to get on the elevator, go up to the third floor no more. You move closer to downtown, ground level access. Give a friend of the show, Manuel Floyd, a call at Image Printers, 585-360-0132. 0132. And J-GILLZ, just a few hours, 2.5 hours away from here in Toronto, Canada. The world is checking out. The World Series started last night in Toronto, Canada. And the Toronto Blue Jays came up with a big 11-4 win over the LA Dodgers, the heavily favored Los Angeles Dodgers. Man, what a game last night. It was 2-2 early in that contest. And then all of a sudden, the Blue Jays got hot. They went after Blake Snell. Snell was pitching well for the Dodgers. He got some hits. He walked a couple batters, hit a batter. Bases was loaded 2 or 3 times during that frightful 6th inning for the Dodgers. And when Barges came in as a pinch hitter, Bo Bichette, I should first say, is back in the lineup. That's a big move, getting Bo Bichette back, getting his bat back in there. Vladdy is being Vladdy. That man is on fire, having a great season. I mean, people talk about his bat, but defensively, he's making some great plays in the field at first base for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's playing out of his mind defensively. I never seen him this good on defense. He's really working to perfect to be a full player offensively and defense. He's known for his bat, but he's going to be known for his glove as well, because he made that play on the first base line where he fielded it and was able to beat the runner to first base to get the last out in that inning where the Dodgers had the bases loaded themselves. That was a great play by Vladdy, and it got kind of unnoticed when all the heroics happened. Addison Barger with the grand slam. Man, this guy, I remember watching him downtown of this earlier in the season with the Buffalo Bisons playing the Rochester Red Wings. I mean, this guy was hitting the ball, striking out, hitting, up and down guy. And then all of a sudden it kind of clicked when he went back up to Toronto for the second time this season. And man, and what about the local guy, Ernie Clement, just Brighton's own Ernie Clement? He's like a vacuum on a second base. He went down and got a ball that was looking almost in the dirt, man. He went down and hit the ball and looped it over the shortstop's head for a base hit in that critical inning when the Blue Jays took the lead. Let's hear what Ernie Clement had to say after the game about his play and his team's play.
Came to the plate against 3 different pitchers, 9 runs scored, no swings and misses on 2 strike counts.
Yeah, I mean, that's the epitome of our offense. It's a collective effort and everybody just doing their job.
Tell me about the atmosphere here tonight. These people have waited 32 years to watch a World Series game. You have the best home field advantage record in baseball this year. How much of a factor was that tonight?
Yeah, it's been special. They bring it every night. It's the last few months, honestly, they've been selling this place out and then giving us a ton of energy. So we're lucky to have these fans.
It's a 7-game series. You're out in front with Kevin Gausman taking the ball in Game 2. How do you like your position?
Yeah, that's the guy we want on the bump. We just got to keep rolling.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Rochester's own Ernie Clement, definitely the guy, excellent player, came in the league with Cleveland, then came over from Cleveland to Toronto, and he found his bat. He was always a great defensive player, Now he done found his bat, and man, the guy is doing a great job helping the Blue Jays win. And man, this awesome success. Hats off to Ernie Clement, Rochester native that's doing well in Major League Baseball on the biggest stage in the world. And secondly, let's hear what Addison Barger had to say after the game. And this was courtesy of Fox Sports Network, these interviews as well. Let's hear what Addison Barger had to say.
Talking about how well your team is built. You guys have a college atmosphere feel to it, at least from the outside. Your starting pitcher, you Savage, starts in Dunedin A-ball. You start in Buffalo, and you both are here doing great things. As you're here, what are you thinking reflecting back starting the year in Buffalo?
You know, it's just baseball's so unpredictable. You never know where it's going to take you or what's going to happen. So it's just my mindset then was kind of just stay true to the process and hope it works out and still kind of stay the same.
Springer, Blatty, help a young guy like you in a team like that?
Yeah, I mean, they're the leaders of the team. They help all the young guys, not just myself. But, you know, if you need to talk about anything, they're pretty much always there for you. And we know they have our backs no matter what. And I really appreciate them.
Absolutely. Really appreciate them. And if you're a baseball fan here in Rochester, that's why it's important. If you like baseball, like sports, even if you're going out to have a good time, the Rochester Red Wings do a great job downtown there at Innovative Field. They do a great job of getting the facilities. You get great food, great drinks, everything. You can come in. They have good entertainment for the kids. And plus, you get to see up-and-coming ball players. And to get to see a kid like Addison Barger, got to see him play there. As well as on the last week of the regular season, the Buffalo Bisons were in town. Trey Savage pitched on that Wednesday. He pitched, I mean, man, he was popping the glove of the catcher. You could hear it all the way in the 19th ward, man, the way as loud as that guy's glove was, throwing that fastball and slider and sinker. Man, I mean, that Trey Savage, you got to see him. He started the game. And then you look on TV on the world's biggest stage, he starts the game last night for the Toronto Blue Jays. I thought they would have started Kevin Gausman, but they went with the young guy, went with the kid, and that was excellent. That turned out to be a good move. John Snyder, his moves are man, this guy's on fire. If he's playing poker, he'd be red hot because, man, his moves he's making the right moves, and the bottom of the lineup is the key. That's what helped Toronto beat the Seattle Mariners. The bottom, the Ernie Clements, the Yolandro Kirk, the catcher, Andre Jimenez, another kid, shortstop that came over from Cleveland. The guy known for his glove. Now this year, all of a sudden, he's hitting with his bat. I mean, he had a home run, key hits in the Seattle series, and they had key hits last night. The bottom of the Toronto Blue Jays lineup is the key. They're getting on base, and the Vladimir Guerreros and the guys at the top, the George Springer, who hit the game-winning home run on Monday night, those guys are driving those guys in, and that's what they're scoring that's helping Toronto score. Remember, Toronto was in last place. They finished in last place in the division a year ago, and now they turned it around in one season with the young kids. That's why I wish Sean McDermott to play some of his young boys. See what you got with the young boys. These young guys played in Buffalo, played against the Rochester Red Wings and everything. You see these guys playing. You see them develop. They call him up, send him. They sent Barger back down because he was like striking out, hitting. They sent him back down. Then another injury came up, and they brought him back up to play. And the second time they brought him up, the light bulb went off, and he stayed. And he's staying up with the team. He stayed for the rest of the season. And Morris Thompson, you're right. That was a great game last night for Toronto. They needed to get that first game so they don't have to work from the bottom. You're absolutely right, Morris. That getting game one really sets the stage for this playoffs because it was in jeopardy. Some of us, including myself, said, damn, Toronto might get swept if they don't show up. And they showed up in big style last night, beating the big bad boys, the LA Dodgers, 11-4. I mean, I didn't think they were going to put double digits up against that pitching. But as we finding out, the LA Dodgers bullpen is not that good. If you can get past their starting pitchers and force them to go into their bullpen, look out. Because, man, I think that's going to be the key to the series. The Blue Jays got a good chance to win it. I think they'll win this series. I think the Blue Jays will win this in 7. I think they can take it all the way to 7 games and come up. Because these guys are coming up clutch. They're playing like veteran players, J-GILLZ. J-GILLZ, what does it mean when you see young guys playing like veterans on the biggest stage in the world? What does that mean?
Man, that in any sport, if you can get that type of production out of any young guy, not only does it help with the finances, not only does it help with roster construction, but the play on the field. You know what I mean? Just being allowed to have that sense of urgency, have that no fear, and just going in there, not even having an understanding fully of what you're going into, but just with a heart and a passion to play the game, and that's where some of the best production can occur. You know that term, right, man? Pressure busts pipes or it makes diamonds. And these young guys, they got a chance to either get busted or to come out indestructible like a diamond. So I have to say, man, it's just been so much for Western New York and Toronto and Ontario, Canada, to have Toronto back in there trying to look for their first World Series win in over 30 years. Right, man, what would a win do for Western New York?
Man, that would really get everybody excited and get this whole region really excited. They're excited about the Blue Jays, even though in the climate that we're in, they're very excited about them. I agree with Morris Thompson. They do have to pitch more high. They have to get something to get Ohtani to hit ground, to hit balls on the ground. You're absolutely right, because that pitcher came in. That pitcher looked scared of Ohtani. The dude Fisher, Brandon Fisher, I think came in. Man, he threw the ball up high. Man, Ohtani put that ball almost in the hotel, man. I mean, he hit that ball. I mean, as soon as he hit it, everybody knew it was gone. We just wanted, you had to know, damn, how far is this ball going, man? I mean, he just lit him up. Brandon Fisher can't come out there being scared the way he looked and allowing and put it right into Ohtani's wheelhouse. So it's going to be good. Kevin Gossman going tonight. Yamamoto Moto going for the Dodgers. He had the complete game, his last game against the Brewers, because the Brewers just fell apart. They just didn't hit at all in that series. They couldn't get it done at all. They got swept by the Dodgers, but the Dodgers are up against another team that's not scared of them, and they're confident to go after them. And J-GILLZ, one other note that I want to get your opinion on. What happened during the game? They ran the province of Ontario. The province of Ontario ran a commercial about tariffs. They featured the ex-president back in Ronald Reagan, and they had him in the commercial. And I was like, wow, boy, they're really going all in, man. They went from whooping the Dodgers. It just so happened they ran the commercial right after the Dodgers. They blew open the game. I think it was 9-2 at the time. And I said, dog, man, they picked the right time to run this commercial. And everybody's up in arms. Everybody's up in arms over there in D.C. in the administration, the current administration. And I guess I heard early this morning that the president, the guy, the head man there in Canada, told the province of Ontario, "Hey, let's stop this commercial after on Monday. They're gonna stop it on Monday, but it will air again tonight during Game 2." I wouldn't have stopped it at all. I said, "Man, we run this whole thing, man. What are you gonna tell us what to run, man? And man, run the whole commercial." But needless to say, the $75 million commercial, they're not gonna air it after tonight. It's not gonna air on Monday. And they paid $75 million for that. And Fox, and it's on Fox. It's on the Fox The playoffs are on Fox, the major Fox network. They accepted the money. They ain't say, no, you can't run that. What's your take on that, J-GILLZ?
Nah, you said it best. I mean, it's always gonna come down to the dollar, but I mean, I'll say if you're gonna run that money and take that money, you got to play the commercial, man. Come on, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna take the money, they didn't have a problem taking the money, but I think I'm just surprised that they decided to end it after tonight's game. I mean, it's already the cat out the barn already. You already got the commercial running. I'm just surprised that took place. That they decided to stop it after tonight's game. So if you're watching tonight's game, check it out. And also the great post-game show with Derek Jeter, Big Papi, Alex Rodriguez. Those guys doing a hell of a job breaking down the game. So I enjoy checking them out after the game and seeing the breakdown of the contest. Those are guys that played it. They were playing on this high level, on the biggest stage. They all played in World Series. They all came through in World Series champions and was part of the reason their teams won the World Series. So hearing it from them is really nice. And Vladdy, as Big Papi said, he's been knowing Vladdy since he was 8 years old. So he's going to have a nice interview with Vladdy on before the game tonight, because Vladimir Guerrero is having a great season. He signed a big contract. He put the pressure on him, and he's done well with the pressure, helping the Blue Jays get all the way to the World Series. And they also done won game one. I see the Blue Jays winning it in 7. I think they're bottom of the lineup. They don't look scared at all. They playing great ball. They still continue to play that ball. No matter what, the Dodgers are the Dodgers. They're loaded. They're an all-star lineup. Keep an eye out on Teoscar Hernandez. That guy always seems to come through with a big hit for the Dodgers. Watch out for him and Muncy in the game tonight. It's going to be a real good contest. Right, J-GILLZ?
Yeah, that's the only thing. I'm afraid that, the young guys, they're looking great over in Toronto, but, man, the All-Stars are coming, man. Those All-Stars are coming, and the Dodgers, they just have a lot more, you know what I mean? So whether it's Mookie or Ohtani, they got too many people over that way. So that's the only thing I'm nervous about. And then, this is Toronto all the way to LA. That's a long flight back and forth. So I'm just I'm curious to see exactly how these young guys are going to hold up and see how this World Series is going to go. But like you said, with Toronto winning game 1, and hopefully they can try and get another one tonight, that'll go a long way in making this series way more competitive.
Absolutely. And we're going to go on into the Winner's Edge. The Winner's Edge is sponsored by Kimmy Does It Best with custom website design and ongoing maintenance. Kimmy can help your business online grow. So visit KimmyDoesItBest.com. KIMMY does it best, BEST.com. Or contact her, KimmyDoesItBest.com, or support at KimmyDoesItBest.com. She'll help your website. Check out our website, realdealsportshow.com, and you'll see how excellent of a website that she can do for you. She can do the great job that she did for us. She can do the same thing for you as well. And Katie's Hair Boutique and Beauty Supply, located at 1071 Portland Avenue. Come and help Miss Katie Harvey celebrate 55 years of being in business with a store-wide sales on beauty supply products. 585-342-0100, or stop on by 1071 Portland Avenue. Check her out this afternoon. Check out some of those beauty supplies. It's getting colder. You need to get that hair right and get it ready for the cold weather. Get it ready, prepare for this cold or chilly weather we're getting into now. So let's get to the Winner's Edge. J-GILLZ. First up, San Francisco is a -2 against the Houston Texans. I took Seattle, won with Seattle on Monday night. I thought Houston was going to have trouble out there in Seattle, which they did. I think they're back home. The 49ers with a lot of injuries. Mac Jones pulled it out against the young Atlanta Falcon team last week, but I like Houston this week. Houston's one of my picks for this week's games. I like the Houston Texans over the San Francisco 49ers. And my drop dead guaranteed lock, right now Lamar Jackson is still a question mark. If Lamar Jackson plays for Baltimore against Chicago, they will cover that spread, that 6.5-point spread. But if that's guaranteed, I'm guaranteeing Lamar Jackson, if he plays. Now, right now, it looks like he may not. It's still kind of up in the air right now. But if Lamar Jackson plays tomorrow against the Chicago Bears in Baltimore, and that Baltimore defense, Roquan, your boys got to wake up. I think they know, hey, they can't afford any more losses. They 1-5. They gotta win. They gotta damn near win out the next 5-6 weeks. So I think they're gonna start with a butt whooping of the Chicago Bears. I think the Bears are playing good, but Ben Johnson doing a great job with that team. That's a young team there. Caleb Williams is coming on. The running game. Swift is always dangerous. Man, he always shaking the bacon on people. Man, he make folks lose their jock strap on the field every time when he's healthy. Man, that dude is something else. He's another good back to watch. I love watching him just break through that line, J-GILLZ, right?
Most definitely. I'm gonna go with the under with the Patriots and the Browns. I look at those two young quarterbacks, two excellent defenses. I haven't looked at the weather, but I just, the game's in Foxborough. But I'm gonna go with the under that defense, that Browns defense after a beatdown that they gave the Miami Dolphins. I mean, they was turning the ball over left and right. And the Patriots defense has been on point as well ever since that Buffalo Bills game. They kind of has just stayed with that momentum. And I see the two young quarterbacks, so I'm gonna go with an under on the Patriots and the Browns.
Excellent. You gonna go with the under? I agree with you on that one. I think you're right. Morris says it's not going to be easy playing Chicago. Are you right, Morris Thompson? It's not going to be Chicago. It's not going to be easy playing the Bears. But hey, the Baltimore Ravens got to put up a shut up, saying, "Hey, man, they serious about this season and serious about winning." So that's why I like that one. And of course, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, of course, this game don't mean nothing to Aaron Rodgers. The Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Green Bay Packers. That's going to be an interesting game. Micah Parsons coming at if he comes like he did Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett wasn't that much faster than Aaron Rodgers. So he looked like a deer with headlights, man. The way Jacoby Brissett looked and saw him, couldn't just froze, man. I said, oh, so it's going to be a tough game. The Packers at the Steelers. Steelers getting the 3 points at home. It might just be a pick 'em by kickoff time. It's a close game, but with the Steelers at home, I got the feeling the Steelers will be able to slow Jordan Love down. They probably run the ball with Love, with the running back, Jacobs. I think Jacobs will get down, but it looks like Jordan Love, this isn't totally there yet. The team this offensively isn't totally there. They squeaked by the Arizona Cardinals last week in Arizona. They were lucky to get out of there with the win. But I like the Steelers with the points. I think this is going to be a close one. I'm like the Steelers in this contest. Any other picks you have, J-GILLZ?
I hate to say it, but definitely go with Atlanta. Those Dolphins have not shown anything all season.
Nothing.
So absolutely nothing. Go with the over because they can't stop a nosebleed. They're in a dome. Go with Atlanta, and yeah, man. That's all I can say on that one.
Take the over. There you go. And BacSpin, what about your beloved Cowboys going out to Mile High Stadium out there? Well, the Mile High City, I should say, going out there to play the Denver Broncos. I think that's going to be it doesn't seem like Dak Prescott seems to be much more relaxed since that Micah Parsons not on the team any longer.
I think Dak is just being Dak and playing to Dak's potential. And I don't think Dak is letting all the stuff around him affect him. I think he's just controlling what he can, and it's, he's showing improvement on the field. As far as Dallas against Denver, though, pardon my French, but we're going to get our ass kicked, man. That's just what it's going to be. I think Denver's defense is way too tough. I think they're going to, pressure Dak a lot, and I don't, as well as Micah Parsons been playing. I'm sorry, not Micah Parsons, but Pickens has been playing as CeeDee Lamb came back in a major way. I just think we're not going to be able to move the ball against Denver as we have against prior teams this season. And for that alone, our defense can't really stop nobody, even though we looked decent last week. But look at who we were playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard to look great against a whack team. You know what I mean? So, Bo Nix and company is doing the damn thing in Denver right now, and I think J.K. Dobbins gonna run all over us. And I like J-GILLZ. I'm with you, brother. Like we not one of those guys who so stuck on our team that we can't see. Right.
Bad.
That's where I'm at with it, man. I hope for the best, but I'm thinking we're gonna get the worst end of the stick this week against them.
All righty, there you have it. There you have it. Check out, go to the website, realdealsportshow.com to catch all the games. And I just feel bad for the New York Jets playing Cincinnati. They can't get out of their own way. That's just a sad situation with the New York football Jets. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you, fellas. I appreciate y'all, man. We're going to chop it up again next week. Real Deal Sports Show every Saturday, 8 a.m. right here on the Beat 105.5. Y'all have a great weekend.
Hold it down,
Right,
BacSpin. Much love, bro.
Yes, sir. Keep it where you need it, Rock City. The Back in Time Mix Show is on the way right here on the Beat.